everyone. Once upon a time, there was a young man who worked at a factory. His mentor was an old technician, and he always taught him to talk less, do more, and never stop developing his skills in every aspect of the factory's operations. After a few years, the old man retired, and the young man became a technician himself. He continued to do his work with the same dedication, devotion, and diligence as he was taught by his mentor. One day he visited his mentor. The old man saw that he seemed unhappy and asked him, "Dear, what is it that is troubling you?" The young man poured his heart out. "I have been following your instructions exactly for all these years. No matter what I work on, I keep quiet and focus on my job. I know I have done good work at the factory and I have learned all the skills that I can learn there. But I don't understand why the guys who don't have experience and capabilities like me have all been promoted while I'm still making as little as I did before." The old man asked, "Tell me one thing very honestly. Are you happy that you have become indispensable to the factory?" The young man nodded. "Yes." The old man paced back and forth to think. After a while, he returned to the young man and said, "You must request the day off using whatever reason you like. It's time for you to give yourself a break." The young man was surprised by his advice, but then more he thought about it, the more it made sense. He thanked his teacher and left quickly to make a time off request. When he returned to work after his day off, the manager called him into the office and told him that things did not go well at the factory while he was away. He continued and said, "Rest of the employees encountered many problems that normally would be handled by you, and they had no idea how to solve them." Realizing his importance, the manager decided to promote him to the position of senior technician to thank him and encourage him to keep up the good work. The young man was grateful for his mentor's wisdom. Surely he thought this was the secret to success. From that point on, whenever the young man felt like he deserved more than what he was getting, he would take a day off. When he came back the next day, the situation would improve to his satisfaction. This pattern continued for months. But one day, the young man found that he was blocked from going into the factory. Much to his shock, he found out that his employment was terminated. He could not believe it. Not knowing what else to do, he went back to see his mentor to try to figure out how things had gone so wrong. "Why did I lose my job?" the young man asked with wounded pride. "Did I not do everything as you instructed?" The old man shook his head. "Actually, you did not, because you heard only half of the lesson. You understood right away that no one pays any attention to the light bulb that is always on. It is only when it goes off that people suddenly take notice. You are so eager to apply this understanding that you left before hearing the second half." "What was the second half?" the young man asked. The mentor spoke slowly to make his point. "The second half is more important than the first. It is the realization that if a light bulb goes off frequently, then sooner or later it will be replaced with the one that is more reliable." Friends, who wants a light bulb that no more can count on to provide illumination? Do you have friends and family members that you take for granted? They are always there for you. What happens if one day they are no longer there? Do not wait for such a day to suddenly realize how important they are. Thank your good fortune for having the days with them in your life. But also don't let yourself being taken for granted. At the same time, do your work and don't stop everything you do. just because it does not go the way you want it to go. Find the balance in your life, and life will reward you by giving you the balance back. Thank you, everyone. This is Shal's Corner. Thanks for watching. Keep spreading happiness and smile 24 hours.